So you just stick the plug in the ground. So again, a much smaller package, but you'll have fruiting blackberries off of this by next year.
Lindsay Schramm is the owner of the North End Organic Nursery, and while people normally come through her doors for plants, she says there's benefits of shopping seeds.
It gives you the ability to control what you want, when you want it. It's also a little bit more inexpensive to be able to start your own seeds versus buying them in a plant.
Having a thriving garden is more than just healthy plants and soil, but also having the right creepy crawlies. Lindsay says that your garden needs to be a vegetarian-free zone when it comes to the insects.
And some might argue that all insects are beneficial to some degree, but the ones that we specifically bring in have a purpose of eating insects that will then eat our plants.
The nursery also carries those insects that you may need for your garden
inside of these containers, and they are egg sacs that have not yet hatched. So you're looking at these cool little cocoons that have about 200 to 300 little baby praying mantis in them. Amazing creatures, and what you want to do is find a place that's kind of in your garden beds, 1 to 2 feet off the ground, and just give them a little place to kind of hang out, and they will, when they hatch, they will just kind of get out and start getting busy on whatever they can find.
And it's not just the praying mantis that helps keeps things from nibbling on your plants.
Things like ladybugs are fantastic for going after the most common known pests of the aphid, versus we also have beneficial nematodes that will parasitize grubs in the soil that help prevent insects from emerging and then eating your plants.
If you want to get into gardening but don't want to dig up your yard, there are options.
You can throw down a fabric bag and fill it up with a bagged potting soil, plant your stuff all in the same day versus putting a lot of planning and investment into it.
And lastly, planting for the environment by having a multi-purpose garden.
One of the purposes can be aesthetic beauty, but having another purpose of it being edible, like something blueberries, blackberries, strawberries, veggies, something that's going to feed pollinators, something that's going to create shade for another type of habitat. There's multiple ways to look at your landscaping, and I always like to make sure that a plant has at least 3 purposes in my yard.